A sensational unbeaten 181 from the evergreen Ross Taylor gave New Zealand victory in the fourth one-day international and set up a decider in Christchurch on Saturday on a day of big hitting in Dunedin. Not even centuries from Johnny Bairstow and Joe Root could give England enough runs on a small university oval ground as England threw away their chance to make a monumental score. When the pair were going well together, England were poised on 267 for 1 in the 38th over and set to break all sorts of records in the most southerly international venue in world cricket. Yet the demise of Bairstow sparked a terrible England collapse, and even though they mustered 335 for 9, they were under par for conditions and gave New Zealand the chance to level what has been a brilliant 50-over series. They took it, winning with 5 wickets and 3 balls to spare. Even though Taylor was clearly struggling with a thigh injury, they kept him out of England's win in the third match in Wellington and had to have treatment in the 37th over. From that moment on, the former New Zealand captain, who this week talked about how an eye operation last year has given him a new lease of life at 33, could barely run between the wickets, but it did not stop him. This was the highest of his 19 one-day international centuries and his second in this series, to follow the one at Hamilton that gave New Zealand victory in the opening game. But it remains to be seen whether he will be fit for Christchurch when Bairstow, who had been dropped on 74 by Tim Southee, and Root were in full flow. An England score of 400 plus and a record total on this ground was on the cards. But as soon as Bairstow fell after a magnificent 138 off 106 balls with 7 sixes, the whole complexity of the match changed and New Zealand swept back in contention. England will be concerned that they rapidly lost 6 wickets for 21, with 8 wickets falling off the last 75 balls of their innings while only 68 were scored. And that included 18 off a productive last over from Tom Curran. At least Root was able to move to his first international 100 since last summer's Edgbaston Test against West Indies, as he finally ended a run of 12 innings when he has scored more than 50 without reaching 3 figures. England would have taken 335 for 9 after losing the toss in what were expected to be good early bowling conditions, but as it turned out, it proved to be a hugely disappointing score and a waste of Bairstow's best one-day century. England, though, remained on top when Mark Wood dismissed Colin Munro first ball and Chris Woakes added Martin Guptill before he had scored. New Zealand captain Kane Williamson batted on a different level to everyone else in a losing cause in the third match in Wellington, but here he was strangled down the leg side off Ben Stokes' very first ball. If Tom Latham had been caught by Moeen Ali off his own bowling on 4, England would have been hot favourites, but the chance went begging and Latham added 187 with Taylor in extraordinary style before he finally offered a skier off Tom Curran and was caught by Moeen. Colin de Grandhomme played his part for New Zealand, but at least England took the match to the third last over finish in 4 matches in this series before Henry Nicholls hit Curran for the 6th that took New Zealand home. But this match belonged to one man, Ross Taylor.